What's good, y'all, man? We back again with another video, man. Today I wanted to talk about the Sacramento Kings. It's a team that I'm really high on. I got a couple players that I like on this team, and I'm surprised that it took me this long to make a video about the Sacramento Kings, but I'm ready to talk about it now. I wanted to watch a couple of their games to see how they were going to be, because I feel like you can kind of gauge what the team's going to be like. Not fully, but somewhat through their preseason games, and they've looked pretty decent throughout their preseason games, so that's what I want to talk about today. So, starting off, I want to talk about their bench. I want to start from the ground up. I think they have a really good underrated bench. They have a really good underrated bench. When you have a lineup of Davion Mitchell, Terrence Davis, Malik Monk, KZ Akpala, I think he's a really good, not really good, but I think he can be a good 3-and-D wing. And then you got Rashad Holmes. How they've been playing in this preseason, they've been the reason why they've been blowing teams out. Like, they blew my Lakers out, they blew out the Portland Trailblazers out, and I know that's them going against other bench units, and you know how in the NBA you usually have one star player or one starter playing with the bench in that, but they've been running and they've been killing teams, shooting the lights out. Keegan Murray, he's even came off the bench and he's been shooting the lights out. They look really fun off the bench. Davion Mitchell, that's a player that I wasn't so high on, but I see the hype now. Nigga's legit an elite defender at 5'10". I'm really excited to see him play this year. And he was playmaking his ass off in that pick and roll with Rashad Holmes the other day. And I'm really excited for his second year. Like I said, you got shooters on the outside, and Terrence Davis, who has one of the most beautiful forms I've ever seen. I've been saying that for the last 3 years, ever since I remember the first time I seen his three. First time I seen him shoot a three was against the Warriors. It was just that one game when it was KD versus Kawhi. So that was like 2018. And he just shot the three on the wing. I was like, hold the fuck up. Why is his shot like from 2K? Like, it's so perfect. You have him, he shoots to over 38% from the three. We all know what type of sniper Malik Monk is. And I think in a lesser role, we're going to see what he can do, because he had a big role last year. He was a starting shooting guard for the Lakers. That was pretty bad. But he had a stretch where he was good with us. And I think him coming off the bench, being their primary scorer off the bench, he could be really good for them coming off the bench. You still have a steady starting point guard in Rashad Holmes coming off the bench. And I just like how they were running. They were playing super fast. We're going to talk about that later in the video when we talk about De'Aaron Fox. But they were playing super fast, and that's how they started blowing teams out, because you're just playing so fast and you're shooting the ball a lot. And that helped. So I'm really excited for that lineup. One thing I want them to do is, because I don't know why we're seeing KZ Akpala start, can we get Keegan Murray to start? Like, can we get that to happen? I see why a little bit, because he does bring defense. He is really long, pause, and he is a decent defender. But, like, come on now, Keegan Murray next to De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis in the starting lineup, that needs to happen. But to talk about their starting lineup, I also like what they're doing there. As far as, I was a big fan of the addition of Kevin Huerter. I don't think he's just a shooter, and I don't think he's just a scorer. I think he can play make. And I've seen a lot of moments in this preseason where De'Aaron's playing off ball. And he's already super fast. He already knows how to cut. So when you have him playing off ball, have him running around the screens for one of the best screen setters in the league from Domantas Sabonis, that can just be really hard to stop. Domantas Sabonis has been playing a lot in the pick and roll with De'Aaron Fox, and that's been fun. He's even been playing it a lot with Davion Mitchell. That's also been fun to watch. Domantas Sabonis, I think he's the key for this team as far as just locking in on defense, because their paint defense is questionable. Because other than him, their next biggest guy is a 6'9" Rashad Holmes, who's a shot blocker in himself, but he's not starting. And you can't start them two together, because they're just going to clog the fuck out the paint. But Domantas Sabonis, he's the key for them on defense, and spreading the floor out on offense as far as being able to shoot the ball, because you're going to get a lot of times where Davion Mitchell, if he's playing with him, or De'Aaron Fox is playing with him, going to attack the basket, and he can't really be down there when they're trying to attack the basket. So I've seen him working on this three this summer. The shot looks better. It looks better in preseason, so hopefully we get him shooting more threes at a higher volume or at a higher clip. That's something I would like to see. But Harrison Barnes, always going to be a steady defender. Always going to be a steady defender, steady three-point shooter too. I remember he started off really hot last year, averaging like 22 points, shooting really consistent. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he had a game winner in the beginning of last year. But if you just get him to be steady and shoot threes like he usually does, they're going to be really good. Like I said, I think they have a really good team around there too. I'm tripping. Around there, two guys, bro. They have really good shooters. on the bench and off the bench. They have really good shooters to surround their two guys. We all know how good of a passer Domantas Sabonis is. I would say he's the third best passing big man. That's more me pushing that Alperen Sengun agenda, because the shit that he does at that size is crazy. But same thing with Domantas Sabonis. He's a really good passer, really good playmaker, especially in that high post. And they have cutters on this team that like to cut, that like to attack the basket, and that can make them even more hard to stop. And then with De'Aaron Fox, what I've been seeing from these first, I'd say they played 2 or 3 games, or I watched 2 games for sure, he's been running. And the reason why I'm highlighting that, because if you watch the Sacramento Kings, and I kind of have to, I fuck with De'Aaron Fox. He was I can go get my Android right now. Hold on. Like, look at this. It's legit my phone from probably sophomore year. De'Aaron Fox right there. I'm a huge fan of De'Aaron Fox. You can even see who's on the front page for you guys to say I'm a Cavs bandwagon. Who's right there? Colin Sexton. I've been with these kids, well, not kids. I've been with these dudes, since their high school years. So I've been a huge fan of both. But as far as De'Aaron Fox, the reason why I highlighted he's been running, because if you've been watching the Kings games over the past couple years, the shit that Luke Walton has had him do has been stupid. The reason why De'Aaron Fox had that huge second year was because Dave Yeager had him running. He was running the whole team. They were all pushing the pace. It was one of the best full court teams in the league. But then you get Luke Walton. First of all, why do you fire him when y'all were the 9th seed? Y'all were close to making that playoffs, but you fired the best coach y'all had in a minute. But they fired their coach. You hired Luke Walton, and he has them slowing the ball down. He has De'Aaron Fox becoming more of a half-court player. And that's not what you want out of De'Aaron Fox. And that's why these past couple years has kind of been bad for De'Aaron Fox, because he's just playing out of his element or out of his role. And that's just not him. But with Mike Brown, I'm seeing him run the ball more. I'm seeing the team, like I just highlighted, the bench, they was pushing the pace more. I'm seeing everybody as a whole pushing the pace. And they can get back to what they were in 2019, I would say, in second year, and they have a way better team now. They can do some stuff, and like I said, it's not me saying that he can't do stuff in the half court, because he's still a really good player. But if they're playing to his strengths, which is getting the ball in the open court and just going, that's what the whole team does. They can be really good. And that's also an X factor for the team if they go back to playing that fast ball, because like I said, in 2019 they were one of the best full court teams in the league. That's not me just saying shit. You can look that is a legit stat. They were killing people in the full court. So if they can go back to that, that's gonna help out De'Aaron a lot more. But as far as this whole trio between De'Aaron, Domantas Sabonis, and Keegan Murray, they can be really good. I've been seeing what they've been doing with Keegan Murray. He's been running pick and rolls with Domantas Sabonis, and that shit's been looking really fire. So I'm a believer in this team. If you watch my video about the Western Conference, I got them finishing in the top 10. I don't know if I have them. They still not making the playoffs. Let's be honest. They're not making the playoffs, but they're gonna be good. This might be the year to tank though. I wouldn't mind. Hey, De'Aaron, chill. We're getting Victor next year, and then we're gonna make that playoff push. I wouldn't mind. But other than that, man, that's all I really got to say about this team. This team's gonna be a really decent team, really fun team. I think they're gonna be back to being a league pass team where like you gotta watch them. They were really fun in 2019. If you're a basketball fan, you remember how fun they was with Buddy Hield and all them guys and De'Aaron. They was real fun. So hopefully they can get back to that. But other than that, man, I got one more video to record. And these next 4 videos you see in my channel, the 2 conference videos, the bowl prediction videos, the Kings videos, they was recorded in the same day. So I'm going to wear the same damn hoodie. I don't care.